with traditional information from ATO zone, Colonel Lysenko. Good afternoon, esteemed colleagues. Implementing the peace plan of the President of Ukraine, armed forces of Ukraine continue to observe the regime of ceasefire that was introduced from the 6 p.m. on the 5th of September. At the same time, from part of the terrorists and Russian military, the shellings of the positions of ATO forces continue. During this day, the illegal armed groups with the purpose of provocation shelled the positions of armed forces of Ukraine positions near Южно-Коммунарськ, Станиця Луганська, Жданівська, Нижня Кринка, Верхньоторецька, Чернухіна, Малоорлівка, Мар'їнка, Кринична, Путепровід, Гранітна, Дебальцеве, Золоте, and again Donetsk airfield. Today, during the meeting with the President of Ukraine, Poroshenko, the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Austria, Sebastian Kurz, expressed support to Ukraine from European Union and his country, and stressed that Austria is ready to activate its efforts within OSCE and provide to OSCE representatives the drones to monitor situations in the areas close to border with Russia territories. Our mission is not just to support peaceful settlement, but also to provide 10 Austrian drones for the OSCE mission that will allow to control conflict territories to speed up the process of peaceful settlement. Sebastian Kurz highly assessed the peace plan of the president, calling it the chance for Ukraine to settle the conflict in the East in a peaceful way. Besides, Austria strengthens its assistance in the sphere of providing medical and pharmaceutical assistance for wounded people in the east of Ukraine. We're happy that we can take several wounded to treat them in Austria, said the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Austria. As to the situation in the settlements in the zone of conflict, 3 citizens of Ukraine who are saboteurs from the so-called troops of special purpose plot were detained by the Security Service of Ukraine near Volnovakha. They were doing reconnaissance of the positions of ATO forces. It's established that these persons were participating in military actions against Ukrainian forces, were collecting and transferring the intelligence data to terrorists about dislocation numbers and movement of Ukrainian units. The case is started according to Part 1, Article 258.3 of the Criminal Code of Ukraine against these persons. The armaments and the cartridges were confiscated from these people. In Mariupol, the measures on strengthening, reinforcing the internal perimeter of the checkpoints continue to reinforce the fortifications in the city. 22 units of equipment are involved. The checkpoints are reinforced by the armed guards. Besides, the active counter-intelligence search of diversion groups continues. The citizens of Kramatorsk support Ukrainian army by practical assistance. In the city, there is a movement in making the disguising equipment for military. In Donetsk, the terrorists arrived to Donetsk School of Olympic Reserve named after Bubka, which is subordinated to Oblast administration, and stated that this educational establishment will now be subordinate to Donetsk People's Republic. On the territory of Lugansk, the food shops do not work, and that does not allow to satisfy the needs of the citizens of the city in food products. The terrorists plan to forbid the bringing in the products from other regions of Ukraine. According to Ukr-Telekom information, on the 15th of September, starting from 10:30, the international long-distance communication has been resumed, and also the IP services for the subscribers of 10 district centers of Lugansk Oblast are restored to the settlements Сватово, Троицкая, Беловодская, Кремена, Новопсков, Старобельск, Милово, Маркivka, Новайдар, Белокуракина. According to the Ministry of Social Policy, the 21 centers of employment in Donetsk region and 14 centers of employment in Lugansk region can pay material support in case of unemployment. All the citizens which are in the ATO zone or IDPs, irrespective of the place of their residence or staying, can address any of the working employment centers and get the whole set of social services to renew the health of the wounded, which are treated in military hospitals in the armed forces of Ukraine. The unique food product Reabilact has been developed. It's designed by the specialists of Kiev National Trade Institute. This is the product which has been tested in the main military clinical center of the Ministry of Defense of Ukraine, the main military clinical hospital, and confirmed its functional efficiency and positive influence on the health of the person. The uniqueness of this product is that it's the national achievement. They were similar products, but they were brought from other countries. The Ukrainian preparation stabilizes and then further improves the general indicators of the organism of the person. This medication can be taken as a food product and could be put via the intravenous system. The children of Slavyansk, for the participants of ATO and the National Guards of Ukraine, presented the concert program which united the songs and dances, the Ukrainian songs, modern and folk Ukrainian songs and dances were enjoyed by this servicemen, and also the academic ensemble of songs and dances of the Ministry of Interior of Ukraine went to the test field of the National Guards of Ukraine in Vinnytsia and delivered the concert to implement the peace plan of the president and to settle the situation in eastern regions of Ukraine. The State Border Service of Ukraine continues going to the place of the location of new units of border guards. Also, the preparation of the operational military border commandant's headquarters is completed. The measures on material technical support of these units continue. In the morning, Mr. Lysenko, you promised to give us this statistics on killed and wounded. If you do have it, please share. We have not received this data yet. It's still updated, but we know exactly that there are both people killed and wounded. Other questions? Ukraine TV channel. There's information that near Pobeda settlement, 300 Russian soldiers were killed. That was done by representatives of Donetsk People's Republic. 300. From which unit? I cannot tell you. I'm not ready to comment on that. And you mean that the Donetsk People's Republic, have they come to their mind? Channel 5. Please tell what's happening near Donetsk airport. Are there fighting going on there? There's information that during today, the shelling of Donetsk airport and our unit, which is there, have not stopped. they are stopping and then they continue the shellings. But Ukrainian military do not withdraw. Any other questions? What is the total length of the borderline which is not under the control of Ukrainian army? I'm not ready to tell you, but we have this section which is under the control of our enemy. But I hope that not for long. Once you have no questions, thank you. And tomorrow the next briefing of Colonel Lysenko will be at 12:30.